Hello guys, welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. It's still October and we're here with the third part of our Great Epic Waaaaagh. As you can see, we're finally bringing out the big guns. So, you'll have to bear with me because Nurgle has come to visit and my man flu has stepped up to full-on Superman flu, I think it would be called. But either way, we're going to persevere because it's all for the Greater Waaaaagh. Gork and Mork have ordained it that we need to look at some big boys, I guess. So yes, so here, as you can see, we have 4 Great Gargants. And these are from different eras. You have very, very old. This one, I'm not sure whether it was a Great Gargant or it was just a Gargant. I think it was a Great Gargant though. I know this gun should be under there, but because the person who owned it previously was probably like me when I was younger and used far too much super glue, and I need to do some more cleaning up, so I think I'm going to put a gun under there, but it's not going to be the same gun. Then we've got 3 Great Gargants that I've tried to do some little conversions and stuff to them. This because it was missing a part. In fact, it was missing 2 parts. It was missing this gun because it's old, and that's what happens when you buy stuff from people who've had these stuff in their collections for a while. And this, I wanted this arm on this side. But the only way to make it look good is to top mount that gun and then put a little turret underneath. It also is very bulky, so it gives them a bit of variation. And then we have here the plastic Great Gargant. Now, I was never a fan of this model, but actually looking at it here in the flesh, it's actually really, really fun. I do think this is my favourite variation on the Great Gargant, though, these guys. I love them. They're just very orky. They've got, obviously, the big jutting jaw. They've got the fat orc belly. They're brilliant. If you spin them round, let's get this guy, so you can see where I need to do a lot of filling and stuff, because they're old metal models, so I'm going to get the green stuff on them, and it'll be alright. But look at that. A little shelf on the background with a ladder, the hole under there, as you can see there, where it hasn't been quite flush. I'm going to need to do some filling and things like that. That's quite common. So this one's pre-painted, not by me, by the wonderful gentleman that I got these off. Because I'm going to fill some gaps and things like that in, I'm going to repaint it. Plus, I want it to be in my colours and stuff like that. Obviously, it's only got one of these, so I'm going to need to green stuff that hole in, or put something else there. I've got some bike exhaust and things like that, so I might do a bit more converting on him. And you got this guy, and he's got the old style base. Look at that, boing, boing. I'll need to fill that gap in, definitely. You can see here, this is definitely an old model. It's definitely in need of a lot of TLC. And you'll find it if you go back and you get one of your models out from this era that you painted, especially if you haven't repainted it, you'll find that there's mould lines everywhere. It's a bit slapdash. Yeah. So anyway, let's look at this bad boy. And this one came virtually built. I just needed to stick a few bits on. One of the gun turrets is missing. So I'll fill that gap over with green stuff, or I might put just a random 40k based gun on there, something turrety, something big, make him look a bit menacing. But no, I really like this. It's got that, well, it's orky, definitely, but yeah, I find it a bit too blocky and rectangular, but I do like it. We have this here, really nicely painted, actually. It's a bit of a shame that I'm gonna paint over it just so it fits my clan, but a very, very nicely painted. It used to be called a Stomper with a mech, but I think it's called a Super Stomper in the Armageddon rules. Again, I'm still relearning the orc stuff, so not orcs in general, but just the names of their stuff now, so maybe not, but yeah, I think that's what it's called. So then we've got more Stompers. Let's have a look at them. And they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So altogether we have 5 at the back. 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19, 21, 23, 25, 27. So we have 27 Stompers to add to the Stompers we already have. And these are fantastic. I'm going to obviously base them, do a bit more cleaning up on them because some of the Stompers have still got their flashing and stuff on the shoulders. Might add a few other guns and stuff like that to the Gargants just for variation. I'm not quite sure yet. The world's my oyster, as they say. But really, I'm fitting it around my work commitments and my impending plague. But yeah, I'm really happy with how big my Epic Orc army is growing so far. We're starting to get a lot of boys. We've got a lot of battle wagons. We're starting to get a lot of stompers, and obviously now we're featuring some of the bigger models like the Gargants. I am still waiting on some Vanguard stuff and some other third-party stuff to arrive that we're going to have a look at. What we're going to do is we are going to look at that together on one of these videos, and then I might let you guys decide in the comments whether you think they should feature in the Orc army. I'm pretty confident the Vanguard ones will fit quite nice, but I'm not sure about this other third-party ones, so we'll decide together. There's also some really nice third-party Gargants, not Mega Gargants like these guys, but the next size down, and I am struggling to find normal Gargants. One thing I will say, and you guys have been really, really helpful with this actually, if you notice on eBay any normal Gargants, or Super Stompers, or anything you think I might be interested in, drop us over a link. You can put it in the description below. I don't know if you can post it directly or whether you need to like edit it with a space somewhere in it, but I'm sure I know how to delete a space, so that'll be fine. But just drop it down below. Because of work and family commitments and stuff, I don't always catch the really good eBay deals, but I know like Liam, you know, from our channel, he every now and then finds me a beautiful little treat, and he'll just send me across a link like, have you seen these Squigoths? Every set of Squigoths I bid on though, I end up losing at the last minute. Whoever's putting up Squigoths for Epic, put them up so they finish at about 10 o'clock at night UK time, so I'm actually in the house so I can win those bids. You'll probably get more money from me, so it's worth it for yous. But yeah, so the next thing I really need to do is I need to start fleshing out exactly what I need. I need more grots, I need more stone boys and more commandos. I need to add more orc knobs into the army. And I need to add starting variations of vehicles to give the army a kind of proper orky feel. But other than that, I'm quite happy with where it's going so far. I think, because I've got a few dribs and drabs coming in the next few days, just like 2 trucks here, you know, 2 rockets there. I don't think the next video is just going to be part 4 is going to be looking at just those things that have arrived. What I think I'll do for part 4 is we'll get the whole army out so far. We'll put it down on the table so we can have a look at it, and then those extras that I've added, I'll just add them into that video, because otherwise it's going to be like a 30-second video of me going, look, a truck, look, another truck. And that's not too exciting for you guys. So as I said, what we'll do for part 4 is we'll get the whole army out so far, so you guys can see where we're at. By then, hopefully, everything will at least be cleaned up, based and sprayed blue. Except the Gargants. I'm going to spray the Gargants black, and I'm going to do them the way I would paint an Orc Stomper for 40k. Which is where I paint them black. I spray them black. Then I dry brush them in tin bits or Warplock or whatever it's called these days. The kind of bronzy colour. And then I dry brush it in Lead Belcher. And then I put a wash over it of... I go 1 part black, 1 part Agrax. And then I do, in places, to add the rust, I use Games Workshop's Orange Wash, which I can never remember the name of, but I use that to give it like a rusty effect. And then after that, I'll usually cover the whole model in Nuln Oil Gloss, which is the gloss version of that wash of Nuln Oil. And then I'll start doing my dry brushes of silver and things like that. We have actually got a video coming up where I show you that technique on a battle wagon. For those who like the technique, because there are people who do like the kind of metal effects I get. Just very quickly, for an example, it's kind of that effect. And that's a half-finished truck that you will actually see in the later video finished. So that's why I went really close with it, so you didn't see the extra stuff. But yeah, so then I'll just pick out the panels blue and stuff like that to tie it in with our army. But yeah, that's where we're at so far, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this journey. As you may notice, I'm pretty excited about it, and that's because I love Epic. I used to love Epic when I was a kid. Could never have it. Played it when I was older. Built a couple of armies, but through moving and kids and stuff, I've either got rid of them, or like my Space Marine ones that are up in the loft and I'd have to go find them. I might dig out some of the vehicles I hadn't painted actually to kind of orcify them up as looted vehicles. But they just class as normal battle wagons. As I said, the Epic Armageddon lists simplified the orcs tremendously in a positive way, but also it kind of lost some of the orky flavour. But we'll get to that when we do that video. So please leave a like. Take the time to go into the comments and let me know what you're thinking of these videos so far. If you've got any epic stuff you want to sell or send, drop me a message, either in the comments, via the email address, rageagainstthedice@gmail.com, or via Facebook. And then on top of that, of course, pray that the dice gods help they smile upon you. Take care.